Solve the following systems of equations on graph paper. List how many solutions there are for each question. One solution, more than one solution, no solution. Okay, so I am asked to do a couple things here. I'm going to highlight, I'm asked to solve the system. And in addition to that, I'm asked to list how many solutions there are. And I noticed I'm giving three choices. One solution, more than one solution, and no solution. So I'm going to keep that in mind as I'm going through my solutions. Okay, so I'm going to pull out my graph paper here. And looking at this system, I noticed a couple things. The first equation is what's called in slope-intercept form. So y equals mx plus b form. And the second one is not. The second one is what's called standard form. So usually when I see a system like this, I always think substitution. So we're going to solve this via the substitution method. Okay? And the substitution method looks for an isolated variable. So right off the bat, I notice I have an isolated variable here, y. And on the other side of the equal sign, I see the expression 2x plus 4. And I know those two things are equivalent. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to substitute this expression, 2x plus 4, into the second equation for y. Okay? So I'm going to put it right in there. So as I'm copying my second equation, I keep everything else the same, 6x minus 3, and now I change things. I see the y, I'm going to put in the expression 2x plus 4 equals negative 12. And I remember equal sign, an equation has two sides, so I'm going to split that. And a couple other things, I see this subtraction, so I can change that to a plus negative 3. And now I can distribute. I don't touch the 6x, so I bring it down. Negative 3 times 2 is a negative 6x. Negative 3 times a positive 4 is a negative 12. And equals negative 12. Okay. And now I'm going to combine like terms on the left side. I see 6x and negative 6x. And if I combine those, something weird happens. They actually go away. I get 0x, and 0 times anything is just 0, so I don't need to write it. And now I'm going to bring down my negative 12, or my plus negative 12, equals, and on the right side, I still have a negative 12. Negative 12 equals negative 12. So if I actually solve this system, my solution is all real numbers on the line. So that is the solution. And since it's all the real numbers on the line, how many are there? Well, how many real numbers are there? There's infinite. So if I'm looking at my three options here, one solution, more than one, no solution, my answer to how many solutions there are would be more than one solution. And done with the substitution method.